Let's be honest, in Nollywood, where the glam is constant and the pressure to look perfect is on 24/7, keeping a marriage is almost like keeping a network on a rainy day. If they break, some actresses tried the marriage thing once and ran. Others, they went back for part 2, part 3, and even remix featuring heartbreak and healing. So today, we are counting down Nollywood actresses who didn't just walk down the aisle, they practically turned it into a runway. Whether it ended with irreconcilable differences, boss, or he just couldn't handle my shine, these women said next with action. So grab your popcorn, sip your zubo, and let's gist about the actresses whose love life deserves their own Netflix series, multiple seasons with plenty twists. Kicking off on this list, we have Funke Akindele, or as the streets prefers to call her, Jennifer. Whether she's giving us premium laughter in Jennifer's Diary or showing us Pepe in Omogeto, one thing is clear: the woman is a certified legend. From Africa Magic Viewers Choice Awards to Africa Movie Academy recognitions, the woman no dey play when it comes to career. But when it comes to matrimony, e be like say the scripts no really sweet for her side. Her first marriage was in 2012 to a Lagos-based businessman and politician. As expected, the media went wild. Jennifer don finally find husband. Headlines everywhere. Fans were cheering like she just won AFCON Cup. But just as we were settling in to enjoy the wedding season, boom, by 2013, marriage don crash like NEPA lights on a rainy day. What happened? Nobody gree talk. Some say incompatibility, others whisper personal drama, but Funke handled it like a queen. Social media turned into a full-blown family meeting. Brands were calling off this. Fans were dropping opinions like salt inside rice. Still, she picked herself up like a true Jennifer, dust it off and moved on. Enter round 2, love came knocking again. This time, the music producer and rapper JJ Skills, the chemistry, it was mad. They even welcomed twins boys in 2018. Everything looked perfect. But in 2022, wahala entered. Even though they kept it mature publicly, reports say family issues and money palava played a major role in the split. Love no really is you, especially when you are famous and a female in Nigeria. But Funke no really send anybody. She's still out here breaking records, producing blockbusters, and minding her bag. Next up, we have Stephanie Okereke Linus. Fine woman, graceful screen presence, award-winning performances, and yes, a love life with enough twist to write a whole season of teen sale. Stephanie has acted, directed, and even stood for social causes like a queen that she is. The babe no be small somebody, but it be like say while her career was collecting standing aviations, her love life was doing zanko. Let's rewind to 2004 when Stephanie tied the knot with Chikelu. Yes, that one-time Super Eagle defender. Now that marriage, it was shorter than most Instagram skits. Just 3 years. Just 3 years in, and by 2007, it was over. She didn't talk much then, but years later, Stephanie revealed she had felt pressure into the marriage, emotional struggle. So like a true Nollywood heroine, she dusted herself off, faced her career, and continued glowing in peace. Then came part 2, Love in Paris. The wedding to Linus Idahosa in 2012 was something straight out of a fairy tale, and not the Nigerian budget version. We're talking about Paris, glam, and media buzz, and the full-on package. This time around, she said I do to a media consultant and a businessman who clearly understood the assignment. In 2015, they welcomed their first child. Talk about the perfect comeback story. So while the first marriage didn't hit the mark, Stephanie is currently streaming smooth, and we love to see it. Next up, we have Stella Damasos. A true Nollywood ode with the kind of acting chops that will make you cry, laugh, and question your own life all in one scene. She's the definition of range, a master at playing the heartbroken lover, the no-nonsense boss lady, and the paid widow. Ironically, that last one mirrored her real life. Stella's journey in love has been a cocktail of tragedy, strength, and let's be honest, plenty wahala. It all started in 1999 when she married Jaye, the love of her life. Together, they had 2 beautiful daughters, and the thing seemed perfect until the tragedy came knocking. In 2004, Jaye suddenly passed away from a heart attack. It was a devastating blow that shook the entire industry. But no more than Stella herself, she was heartbroken. She went off the radar for a while, focusing on healing and raising her daughters. For a long time, it was just Stella and her girls, no distraction. But as they say in Nollywood, love no dey hear trauma. And by 2007, she tried again, this time with Emeka Nzeribe. But this one didn't even last long enough to finish a Netflix series. Just 7 months and they were done. What happened? Nobody knows for sure. But the official report was personal differences. In other words, it no just click. And then came the one that had blocks typing faster than EFCC agents at a Yahoo boy raid. Daniel, a filmmaker, producer, and a fellow creative mind. Daniel and Stella bonded over movies, storytelling, and probably their mutual dislike for sleep. For the real gist, Daniel was previously married to a fellow actress, Doris Simeon, and they had a child. So when Stella entered the chat, Twitter nearly caught fire. People were dragging her like an unripe plantain. But Stella, ever the private type, refused to feed the internet with drama. So yes, her marriages has been an emotional plot twist, but Stella has shown us that growth, grace, and maturity will always trend higher than gossip. Next up, we have Clarion Chukura, a veteran in every sense of the word. She has been holding it down since the days when Nollywood scripts were printed on typewriters. She won the African Movie Academy Award for the Best Actress, and her performances, it was timeless. But while her career has been all grace and pose, her love life has been like a Nollywood plot twist, intense, dramatic, and full of surprises. Her first marriage was to a man named Abiola, and it all lasted until 2003. But during that same chapter, she was also in a very public relationship with Afro Juju legend Sashina Peters. And guess what? That union gave us none other than Clarence Peters. Yes, that music video directing king. Talk about generational talent. She gave us two icons for the price of one. But love wasn't done with her. In 2004, she gave marriage another shot, this time with Femi. Unfortunately, this union had more drama than a DSTV telenovela. They separated in 2006, reconciled briefly, and then set a final permanent Oya bye-bye years later. But in true comeback fashion, she went for round 3 in 2016, this time with Anthony Ball, a US-based businessman, and this time no loud paparazzi, just a quiet ceremony. She has lived, loved, and learned, and sis is still glowing. Coming up next, this is another queen off screen whose life behind the scenes had just as much drama as any of her blockbuster films. Fathia Williams, known to old school Nollywood fans as Fathia Balogun, is a certified actress extraordinaire. From intense Yoruba dramas to epic family tales, her talent is never in doubt. But when it comes to love, let's just say her script in that department came with a lot of rewrites. Her first marriage was to a fellow actor, Saheed Balogun. 2 stars under one roof. What could go wrong? At first, they gave us couple goals before couple goals even became a hashtag. They even had a beautiful daughter together. But in 2003, the dream team collapsed. The reasons? Well, let's just say the tea never fully cooled. Rumors flew like arrows on a Nollywood battlefield. Infidelity, ego clashes, and career tension. But like any woman with a strong head and strong edges, Fathia chose to face front, raise her keys, and focus on her career. Fast forward to 2013, our beloved actress shocked fans when she got married again. This time to Sila Oyin, a university like people were talking. She married someone younger. Unfortunately, the fairy tale didn't last, and before we knew it, the marriage had quietly crashed. No press release, no drama, just a slow fade out like the final scene in old school Yoruba movie. But as usual, Fathia bounced back like a queen. She's still on our screens, still slaying red carpet and still showing the world that you can be divorced and still be unstoppable. Kicking off now, we have Mercy Aigbe, the slave queen of Yoruba Nollywood. The fashion Mercy has remained a top tier force in the industry. But while her career was giving glamour, her love life has unfortunately been delivering fast both. Her first marriage was to an Igbo man, and together they had a beautiful daughter. The union sadly couldn't weather the storm of life. They parted ways quietly. Then came Lanre Gentry, a Lagos-based hotelier. Mercy and Lanre tied the knot in 2013, and for a hot minute, it looked like she had finally found her happily ever after. But by 2017, it's set again. Trouble started brewing, and let's just say the gist wasn't pretty. Rumors of infidelity, violence, and emotional chaos filled the blogosphere. Then Mercy did what many Nigerian women are often ashamed of. She spoke up, and what she revealed was heartbreaking. Yes, my husband beats me. Not once, not twice. She stayed because she loved him. She stayed because he begged. Got friends and family to beg. She fasted and even prayed. But hope is not a strategy. When the bruises are real and the fear is daily. Instead, Mercy held on, not just for love, but for her children, for her image, and for the thousands of fans who saw her as a role model. In one of the most gut-wrenching interviews she's ever given, Mercy said she had to move her things out just to feel safe again. Now, in her 10th attempt at marriage, she tied the knot with Kazim, a film marketer and director. But that one came with its controversies. Kazim already had a wife, and well, let's just say Twitter had a time. But if there's one thing about Mercy, she would dust herself off, wear the most dramatic asoebi at the next event, and go back to doing what she knows how to do best, owning her story with class, and audacity. Finally closing this list, we have none other than the ever graceful, always elegant Mona Lisa Chinda. Mona Lisa isn't just a pretty face. She has been one of Nollywood's most consistent talents, an award-winning actress, and a woman with grace under fire. But behind the glitz and red carpet photos was a storm she wasn't broadcasting. Her first marriage was to Richards, and from the outside, it looked like a modern-day fairy tale. But my people, as we say in Naija, now package, because that marriage, it was dragging her emotionally and physically. Allegedly, Richard thought violent, and not in a Nollywood movie type of way. The kind where you are playing your role as a loving wife, but end up with the real breezes. By 2009, Mona Lisa had enough. She walked away quietly and elegantly, with her head held high and her dignity intact. She didn't go on a media rant, no online dragging. Years later, love decided to stop playing hide and seek again. In 2016, Mona Lisa found joy again with Victor Tony Coker, a man who respected not just her beauty, but her ambition. The two tied the knot again in a gorgeous wedding, and this time, Mona Lisa wasn't just walking down the aisle, she was walking into partnership. Since then, no police report, no blogs, no public drama, just subtle God wey know. Mona Lisa is a living proof that you can be married, you can have peace, and you can still chase your dreams without begging for permission. And there you have it, Hollywood's very own love and marriage saga, featuring plot twists, squirrels, and enough drama to make even your village people say, what's going on here? Now, before you judge anybody, just remember, marriage no be beans. So tell us, which of these stories shocked you the most? Who do you think might give marriage one last shot, or maybe just go solo for life? Drop your hot takes in the comment section. We want to hear all the chai and God abeg reactions. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss the next premium gist we are serving.